After your experience with the Battlefield 2042 beta, do you think it needs to be delayed further? In this video, we're going to discuss exactly that. Don't go anywhere. Let's do this. Hey guys, and welcome. Today, I wanted to go into detail around whether we think that Battlefield 2042 needs an additional delay. So, of course, the game has been delayed from October the 19th until November the 19th. Do we believe that this game needs to be delayed further? Now, as of recording this video, we are on the final day of the open beta, and a lot of feedback has been given from people to the developers on Twitter, in different videos on YouTube, around the state of the game, and a lot of opinions and feedback, essentially to try and help the developers pinpoint what's wrong with the game, and to give different opinions as to what they think needs to happen with the game. Now, I did a video on the first day, I think in the first 5-6 hours, going into my good, bad, and the broken. A lot of people seem to agree with everything I've said, so again, I'll leave it on link in the description down below and on an annotation on screen. Go check it out, see what you think, see if you agree with me. If not, comment down below on that video and this one what you actually think of the beta so far. Don't forget to drop a like on today's video, guys. It'd be much appreciated, and subscribe if you're brand new around here. We're actually closing in right now on 6,000 subscribers, so we're actually on a pretty big roll right now. So anyway, there'll be timestamps in the description down below. Go check them out and skip to whichever part of the video that you want to. But again, let's go straight into it. So before we get into any constructive criticism or discussions around whether the game needs to be delayed or whatnot, I just want to go into a stream I did yesterday. And I was playing Battlefield on stream yesterday, and I've got to say, it's the most fun I've had on a game in a couple of years. I'm going to be completely honest, I absolutely loved it. Now, this is PC gaming. This isn't on PS5, this is on Xbox. This was me on PC playing directly with the mouse and keyboard, and I've got to say, I loved every single second of it. I think it was nearly a 4-hour stream of just literally just playing Conquest with a couple of friends, and it was so fun. And I'm gonna be honest, the performance of the game itself, it ran flawlessly. There were no lag, there was no frame drops, there were no issues at all. 144 hertz on my monitor, just smooth as anything. The gunplay felt great. Granted, it was fairly late in the UK at the time, so maybe the load on the servers weren't as high, but if that's what Battlefield is going to be like when it launches, obviously with additional fixes, optimization, things like that, we're actually going to have an insane year for Battlefield. I really cannot wait. Although the first couple of days obviously were absolutely horrendous for PlayStation 5, PC for some people, and of course Xbox as well. I mean, in my video that I did, it was literally unplayable at the time, but going and playing that gives me hope to think that this game could be, and probably will be, one of the best games this year. But anyway, moving on to the points of this video and the discussions around, do we think that Battlefield 2042 needs an additional delay? Now, going into the build of the game that we're playing, we're actually playing a build of the game which EA and DICE have mentioned is a couple of months old. However, Tom Henderson put a tweet out yesterday going into actually when the build was signed off and the last time this build had an update. Now, the age of this build is mentioned to be from the 21st of September 2021, and it was signed off at around 1506, if I can remember. That would mean that as of today, this build is around 2 weeks old, or give or take around about that time. However, that doesn't necessarily mean the build was completed on that day, and they've only had 2 weeks to essentially finalize it. This could mean that this was the last time of this build being signed off for a bug fix, or the final bug fix being implemented. The actual build of this game, or optimization around this build of the game, was probably done months in advance. This is obviously just where the final fix or the final save of this build of the game was complete, and of course that's where the upload of the build was took place. The build could in fact be a couple of months old, but the build was actually saved, uploaded to the Microsoft, Sony, and Steam Origin stores, etc. at this time. The funny thing about this is, though, and the ironic thing is that the date that was given around the build of the game was actually the beta date before this one. So the previous beta date for this was of course the 21st of September, and that's when the build was signed off. Obviously, it's been signed off from the 21st, and we've had to wait until the 6th to be able to play it. So yeah, kind of ironic and kind of funny. So on the build of the game we've been playing, do I believe that this game should be delayed for another couple of months, early next year? Do I think this game should be delayed? From what I played in the first couple of days, absolutely. I think this game does need a bit more time in the oven, a little bit more optimization on the different platforms. I think this game needs just a little bit more time to get it right and to really perfect everything it's trying to do. I do think that this game has put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths when trying out Battlefield for the first time, expecting a lot about the game. I mean, for everyone that plays this game, not everyone is going to understand that a beta is for load testing, for testing for bugs and things like that. Not everyone is going to understand that. People are going to go into this thinking that this is what the final final build is going to be like, and that's where it's going to put a sour taste in people's mouths. One of my biggest problem with this is that if this was me, I would not be releasing a version of the game which is in this current state. And again, this could be down to a lot of things. This could be down to servers, this could be down to the actual consoles or the platform that it's on and the optimization around them. There could be so many factors in the reason why this game, the beta, launched so poorly and so laggy. We were not told anything about these issues by the developers or the community manager upon the release of the beta, which for me was a big mistake. If we were told about this, content creators, obviously like Jack Frags and others like that, and obviously myself, could have made videos and basically told the community that there were going to be issues with these platforms and to expect them because it's a beta. But we didn't know that. We didn't get told this information, so we couldn't give you the heads up on that. For me, that was detrimental to the first day or two of people's thoughts and opinions of the beta. And now if you type in Battlefield 2042 on YouTube on the search, you're going to see hundreds of different videos of people just saying that what's wrong with the game, that the game is terrible, that it's really laggy, it's poorly optimized. And unfortunately, that's due to their doing of releasing a version of the beta which does have visible and clear issues. Now, if everyone played the version of the beta that I played last night for 4 hours or so on stream, bro, they are going to have a whale of a time. They're going to really enjoy themselves, and they're going to really think highly of this game. If you're not playing on a beefy PC, or if you're not playing on a PC which is well enough optimized, or your settings are slightly wrong, or if a console you're playing on at the time is really poorly optimized like I was on the PS5, your experience is going to be really hampered by that. And that's where you're going to really feel negative about this game. But in summary, I think this game does need at least another month or two in the oven. I think it does need a bit more love, a bit more care to iron out a couple of these bugs, because even when it was really running well, there were still graphical issues and visible graphical issues that are in the sky, textures popping in and out, things like that. So I feel like this game just needed a little bit longer. Whether a month is long enough for that, we'll have to wait and see for that. But as of now, in the creators event that went on the other day, it was confirmed that this game will be launching on the 19th of November fully, and obviously the 12th of November for early access, and Hazard Zone and Portal will be launching with it as well. So let's just hope that it's enough time. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you think about this as well. Do you think this game needs a little bit longer to fully iron out everything and essentially have it completely polished for launch? Or are you happy with it launching on November the 19th with a couple of bugs here and there? I think it's inevitable that it's going to launch with some bugs anyway. I think if you look at previous game releases that are as hyped as this, not including Cyberpunk because that was a disaster, but things like, I don't know, Call of Duty, when they launch, they always launch with bugs and stuff like that. Would you be happy with that? I don't think we're ever going to get a flawless game. I think if we did get a flawless game, then it would be like 1 in a million, to be honest. So if by November there's only 1 or 2 bugs which are very minor, which can be fixed through updates within the next few days or weeks, then I'll be happy with that. But if there's anything game breaking or stopping me from accessing a part of the game or stopping me from completing a particular task because it's a game breaking glitch, then of course things like that need to be addressed and potentially an additional delay needs to be put in place. But anyway, guys, this is the final day of the Battlefield 2042 open beta. I urge you guys to go try it out on previous gen consoles, current gen consoles, and PC if you haven't already. Again, I had an absolute blast on it yesterday. I'll be playing it for a couple of hours longer today as well to try and get the full effect of this game. Really can't wait for the game to finally release. Can't wait to finally release and play some Hazard Zone as well. But again, make sure you guys stay up to date, subscribe to the channel, get involved in the channel too, ring that notification bell to stay up to date when a video does go live for the latest scoop on Battlefield, Hazard Zone, All Out Warfare, Portal, the new Call of Duty, new Halo, etc. So make sure you guys are subscribed and stick around on the channel for that. But guys, hope you have enjoyed today's video. Drop a like if you have, and yeah, we'll see you all in the next one. Let me know what you think down below in the comments.